everyone, it's Jackie at CCYDNE Hobbies, and I promised you all we'd do a video of some sort once we got our new lights in, so I figured I'd start here. We're inside. I don't want to be outside because it's raining, so we're inside, and of course Bob the Beholder is still up there on the top, and we've got nice LED light around him for effect, but if you look down, hang on, wrong down. Look how bright that is. That is much better than it used to be. So let's do a quick walkthrough of the store so everybody can see what we have. Here we are right inside the front door. Still have some stuff on clearance. And we have our new calendar. So we got rid of the old magic calendar. Well, we didn't get rid of it. We still have it. We'll do something with it. But we have a new calendar with new stuff. Pretty good sized right there in the front for everybody to be able to see it. Some posters above and below. We've got some more artwork and stuff we've got to hang. So let's just hang on and we'll just keep going around to the right. And then that way everybody can see what we have. So, of course, board games. Lots of board games. We have games for kids. Lots of really cool educational games. Games for families. Games for adults. Games for parties. We've got some pocket games over here. Let me turn around. Some nice pocket games. These are fun. Okay, so we keep going. Here's our dice selection. In there, look at that. Let me get a better look at this from the top. There we go, look at that. Lots of nice selection of dice. Of course, we get our bulk dice and we package it ourselves so it's cheaper. And then we have the glow-in-the-dark metals on that side. And we have some glow-in-the-dark plastics back over there. And we still have the games that we put up here on the front. These are usually new games that have just come out. Let's see here. The metal. Well, there's not as many in there as I like right now. But yeah, the metal, heavy metal dice. Oh, hang on. I'm looking at the wrong way. This is not going to be edited or anything, so you're going to see this whole raw thing as I'm trying to use my new little gimbal so you can see stuff, because otherwise my hands shake too much and it looks horrible. So let's go back to the games. Games. Dungeons and Dragons, Shadowrun, Call of Cthulhu, Tales from the Loop. Lots of really cool stuff. We'll go down to see vintage items. There's first edition, and then some of the new 5th edition ones, the Into the Borderlands and the Isle of Dread and Expedition of the Barrier Peaks, and those are ones that are originally 1st edition, and then they've redone them into 5th edition, and they're really, really cool, so you get both versions in there. Really neat. Pretty cool. All the 5th edition stuff here and here. Starter sets, essentials. Of course, we have Rick and Morty versus Dungeons and Dragons. And then we get into miniatures. Lots of miniatures. Not going to go through every single miniature, but we've got lots. If you see it up here on the wall, it's an NPC or a monster. And let's see here. We've got Orcus, and we've got some of the paint and takes that were left over from other sessions that we still have some left over. So when you get one of those, you get the figure and you get the paint and the brush, and you get the link for the video that shows you how to paint it. Adult Red Dragon. We have the Adult Black Dragon. We've got gargantuan dragons. We've got the adult white dragon, and we've got more dragons coming in. But yeah, lots of minis. We've got the ones that are deep cuts. They're just kind of generic. And we have Pathfinder, even though they're good for anything. And we have Dungeons and Dragons, all of these. They've also started making Magic the Gathering. You can see on some of them there's Magic the Gathering. And we're carrying those because everybody likes big monsters in their D&D games. We still have the... Hang on. Whoops, sorry. We still have vintage games. So some of y'all will recognize these old bookcase games. These are great. We try to get them as we can. We've got some used games that have come in, and we've checked. They have all the pieces and stuff, so, you know, something you can look at. We have now on these racks, these will be player characters. So these are going to be your heroes. They're going to be your elves and your gnomes and your humans and other things. This first side is going to be Pathfinder, even though, like I said, they're good for anything. And we've got our big giant pillow D20s. And then we come around to the side and we start with the D&D figures. So lots of different ones. More D&D. Lots more D&D figures. And, oh, squeeze through here, even more D&D figures. And then we've got this little small contingent of magic figures, because they haven't put out very many of those yet. And then if you turn this way, pre-painted figures. So if you don't want to paint, we've got some that are already painted for you. D&D, Pathfinder, but like I said, not that it makes a difference. You can use them for anything. We've got some specialty dice. We've got a couple of dice bags. The Steve Jackson dice bags, we usually have more of these, but they're doing a repackaging, and once they come back into stock, we'll get those in. Paint sets. And bases, let's see, let's go up again to the top. Usually I have really big Vallejo starter sets that have like a lot of, a lot of paints in them in the little dropper bottles, like the ones that you see here in these box sets. We usually have those in stock, but they're really hard to get in right now. A lot of y'all know that a lot of things are really getting harder and harder to get. So we apologize. We're trying to keep everything in stock as much as we can, but we are kind of stuck with whatever the distributors can get and can give us. Here's a bunch of our terrain. Got the giant tower, the warlock tiles, High Gatsby, please go lay down. The big bridge, we've got some more, we got the little summoning circles for the warlock tiles. Sorry about that, I'm trying to move the dog at the same time. So anyway, I'm going to show you back here, we have empty space. So a lot of you who've been in here many times will remember that this is where the 40K stuff was. Well, we've got a bunch more miniatures coming. Wave after wave of WizKids minis are going to be coming, so we decided to move stuff around. So I'm going to show you where all the new stuff is. But for now, we have what was in the front. We had our magazines that were for sale. We still have these. Anything that's in this green table, these are 50% off. Most of them are $1. Some of them are a little bit more based on age or whatever, but we're trying to clearance all these out. So if you want to help, we would really appreciate that. And then we're going to go over here. This is where we used to have all of our books, but the books are gone because we were finally able to clearance out a bunch of those. And we're in the middle of packing up the last bits of some mail orders for magazines. So we appreciate everyone who's come in and helped us with that. Oh, and there's our 50% off games. So don't forget that. And of course, we still have our sodas. And we still have our snacks. And we still have, let's see. old, sorry about the glare. New lights, still getting used to the glare. So anyway, we've got old minis, metal minis. We've got some plastic ones. We've got some really cool terrain pieces from way back in the day. These are neat. And this case, dice bags, chess set, little bits of a lot of things. We have our new little case here that's got minis, metal minis. Some of y'all will be familiar with those. Still have Baby Yoda. Trying to get rid of him. So, you know, come on in, pick up some. We have used 40K items for sale. Used D&D minis. We've got some old sets that are still in the packages. Some have been like the comedy lords. It's been opened, but they're still in there and they're not painted. So if you're looking for something really cool and vintage to do, that's a good one to get. Let's reset. Come around here. The Tiny Epic series. Great little games. They're awesome, especially if you're looking for a one-player game. A lot of these are good for just one player or up to 4 players, sometimes 5. Really cool little themes. Exploding Kittens. So we have all the Exploding Kittens and Bears versus Babies, and you've got crabs. And I'm going to try to slowly turn around and let you see. I didn't show it earlier, but we have more Exploding Kittens merchandise. Throw Burrito, Throw Burrito Extreme, which is the gigantic version, which you play outside. Poetry for Neanderthals, a game of cat and mouse. And on a scale of 1 to T-Rex, it's charades. You don't have to be good, you just got to be loud. So, in the case, we're going to try, whoops, sorry. Okay, yes, go lay down. We have cards for Dungeons and Dragons or Pathfinder, whatever you want to use. They're geared for Dungeons and Dragons. They are the wandering monsters, they're treasures, they're random fate decks, luck decks, critical hits. We've got Gloom, different versions. We've got some vintage minis and vintage games and vintage books. And we're going to go up here. And these are the token sets for 5th edition. These are great. One for each type of character class. They've got little acrylic dashboards so you don't have to constantly write and erase on your character sheet. And they've got status tokens. These are really cool. And we've got and the black ones in the back that say Dungeons and Dragons. Those are for the DMs. So they've got initiative counters. Still have all the spellbook cards, monster cards. And then we're going to go down here to the bottom. These are more vintage games. Some of the really old stuff. Arden Grimoire. The first fantasy campaign by Dave Arneson. That's sort of one of the... It's well known. Well, okay, I'll say it's really well known, but some people don't know about it. Dave Arneson's he's the guy that helped create Dungeons and Dragons with Gary Gygax. This is his big Judges Guild. We happen to get a copy of it. Hollow World, Ravenloft box set, Star Frontiers, and some Mouselings. Those are cool. Neat little figures. Unpainted, waiting for you. Cards Against Humanity. The Family Pack. That's what that is. Ages 8 and up. So a lot of the really raunchy stuff just got replaced by poop and fart jokes. Joking Hazard. Monikers, Trial by Trolley, Secret Hitler, more adult party games. Let's see here. Super Fight, and lots of expansions, Daring Contest, Rules and Regulations, more Cards Against Humanity, more expansions for Cards Against Humanity, trying to get rid of the glare, but it's really bright, so I'm trying to figure out how to do this on this new thing today, so... Llamas Unleashed, Unstable Unicorns, We Need to Talk. Pretty cool stuff. We have our Hero's Feast and the Necro Num Num Num. So if you're looking for a gift, Mother's Day's coming up. Great cookbooks. These are awesome. And we'll keep going around over here so that you can see. There's the Games Workshop. See, it's hiding back there, but we'll get to it. Show you big items that we don't have space for on the shelves. So we have the Darklands Rising Great Worm Gold Dragon, and of course the Hand and Eye of Vecna, and Average, I can't remember how to pronounce him, but anyway, yeah, great big gigantic dragon. He's got a dead rider and a saddle. You can take the saddle and the rider off, you know, it's really cool. Let's see here, new posters. I'll show you those there. You can see on the wall over there, I've got more artwork and stuff. We're still hanging more stuff, so we're trying to get it all nice and pretty. There's the old, hang on, there's the old magic calendar. We're going to do something with that, probably sell it. I'm not sure. haven't made my mind up yet. Games, Spot It for Kids. We've got Something Wild. And then we've got the Wardlings. These are really cool. These are for the Wardling setting for 5th edition, or you can use them for something else. They're all kids with familiars. We have the reversible octopus. Some people have seen those on TikTok. You flip it inside out, it's happy on one side, sad on the other. Pretty cool little things. We've got minis and terrain. No, I don't want to show that yet. Okay, we're going to go over here to our new Ultra Pro dice bags, dice holders. These D20s are really cool. They hold about 50 dice plus in them. We have more pocket games, a lot of roll and writes. Over here, we're going to go back around the front. Sorry about that. The figurines of Adorable Power. If you want a really adorable present for someone or to collect them for yourself, these are cool. Ultra Pro's been really nice getting us a lot of really cool stuff. More games, a lot of chess sets. If you've seen The Queen's Gambit on Netflix, chess is becoming really popular again, so we've been stocking those. More games, strategy games, historical games. Okay, we're gonna come around by the windows. We still have our cardboard boxes. Again, it's a little hard to get some in sometimes, so we might not have every size that you need, but we still have them because we get a lot of people who are coming in and buying them. Even though we don't do card games and stuff, we don't carry the card sleeves. We will have penny sleeves, and we will have these because we get a lot of people who do sports cards as well that come in and buy them. So if you need something like this, we've got the big ones, we've got the little ones, so feel free to still come in. But again, we still do not do Magic, we do not do Yu-Gi-Oh, we do not do Pokemon, we do not do Digimon. We're out of the collectible card game business, so there are other stores in town that would be more than happy to take your money. So we will move to pre-painted minis, D&D and Starfinder. We've got pre-painted terrains, and we have the new Game Master. This is a set that allows you to create your own terrain. It has the foam and plastic cards and the cutting tools and everything inside of it, and a lot of basic materials and stuff. It's a really big set. It's really, really cool. It's brand new from the Army Painter, and now we are at, ta-da, Games Workshop. So we have our bestsellers. These are the items that they require us to carry. But if we don't have something that you're looking for, we can order it. We also have used items that have come in. So, well, those aren't used down there. Those are used. And we have other paints and things like that. And then we have the new Blood Bowl set, second season. We have Warhammer Monopoly, Warhammer Risk. Yes, they did make those. We have Warhammer and Age of Sigmar Munchkin. Yes, they did make those. The Necromunda game. Of course, we have the paints. Pan up of that real fast. And then we have books. The top section is mostly for young readers, like the Warhammer books, Call of Cthulhu for beginning readers, The Endless Quest, Choose Your Own Adventures. Those are really cool. And ABC's 1, 2, 3. Those are fun. But most of these are for young readers. But then we also have like Critical Role and the Art and Arcana books. Those are for adults. And then when we move down, we have our White Dwarves. And then we have Battletech. And Battletech, a lot of you know, has becoming bigger. We've been playing it since the 80s. And so we're really glad to have people playing it here in the store. And now after the clan invasion Kickstarter that they did, it's really helping kick it off again. So we have a lot of the new books. We have a lot of used books, old books, if you're looking for something with some of the lore and the information in them. And then I'll turn around here. And these are the box sets. So we have the beginner box. We have the Game of Armor Combat. The Game of Armor Combat comes with minis. Those are Inner Sphere minis. And then the Clan Invasion, those are the clan mechs, obviously. And we have a couple of the Lance packs, but those are really hard to get again. So we, hope for everybody, if you want to order some, we can order them. But we're really sorry if it takes a while to get them in because they're really, really popular. If you want to learn the game, the beginner box is really good, but if you think you really want to get into it, a Game of Armor Combat is necessary, and the Clan Invasion is an expansion for the Game of Armor Combat, so you would need to get both of those boxes. And then we'll go up, and we have some vintage Ralpartha figures. These are all mechs. We have Clan and Inner Sphere, and we can order mechs through Iron Wind Metals. They're the ones that bought the molds from Ralpartha. And so they're still making them. But these that are on here, these are actually vintage ones from the 90s and early 2000s. So, and then we have the laser pointers and the laser lines. And we normally, in that empty spot, we have the ones from Warlord Games that you get both of them in the same package. But again, shipment, supplies, all that kind of stuff. It's really hard to keep things in, but we try to keep in as much as we can. So we have all of these, and you can use these also for any other miniature game. Really settles arguments over whether you have line of sight. They're really, really cool items. So that is it. It's much nicer and brighter. We've got more room to expand, making some changes. Of course, we still have the game rooms downstairs. We'll do a video sometime of those, but I wanted to show off all our new lights. Everything's nice and bright. Show off our games and the new things that we're carrying. So, whoops. Sorry about that. So anyway, yeah, it's kind of a down and dirty video. No editing, no polish, but hey, it is what it is. So thank you very much for following us if you've watched the whole video. And be sure to come in. We're still open Tuesdays through Saturdays, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. We're hoping to expand more gaming. We do have some events on Saturdays. We do have our small group events. Right now we have the 5th edition players on Tuesdays. We have a few slots available for that. The Victoria's Secret, which is ladies only AD&D, that one is full. And the AD&D co-ed on Fridays, that one is also full. And then we have our Battletechs the first Saturday of every month. We have a few other little events. Trying to do as much as we can with the social distancing. Remember, we do still require masks. I'll even show you the back of the door. Look, you can see there's 4 big red signs. It says, you must have a mask on, so please remember to do so when you come in. I know a lot of people don't like it, but we're just trying to keep everyone safe, keep everyone healthy, because we want to do lots more gaming for years and years and years. So that's it for now, and I appreciate you hanging out with us, and we will see you later. Bye.